so hot in this office.
Good.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Afternoon Market. Me?
Yeah, everything's frozen on my computer, though. I think we're having internet issues here.
Oh, boy. Hey, if you guys can hear us, by all means, let us know in the chat. Let us know if you can hear us or you can't hear us. If you can't hear us, let us. If you can't hear us, you won't know. Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
If you can't hear it, just go ahead and put one in that chat anyway.
Janice can hear us.
And if we don't get any numbers in the chat, then we'll realize that you definitely don't hear us.
I think we lost Joey, though.
Oh, we hear you. Seems to be working now. Yeah, if we fade in and out, guys, we apologize. We're having a little bit of... Oh, okay.
If they can't hear you. No.
My YouTube's not working.
Okay.
Oh, wait, there we go.
Yeah.
You gotta give it a second to catch back up. It's behind what we are doing on Teams.
Okay.
All right. Looks like it's fading. Well, hold up a sign if they can't hear you.
Wow.
That's what we need, Joey. We need some signs just in case. I like it.
On it.
Okay. In and out. I know.
In and out, cutting out.
We're working on it. I think we're having an internet issue here in the office. All right. So Joey's going to be in the background trying to work on it. All right. So with that being said, hopefully everyone is having a good day. As afternoon market action, we're going to talk a lot about what's going on in the market, what's making the market do what the market is doing. But the first thing I want to do is I want to go to the program. Joey, can you put me
on?
All right.
There you go.
I didn't set up an alert. With all of that, we did not set. I'm looking at the numbers. And I just want it to be somewhere along the lines of the title. I just wanted to be somewhere along the lines of the title. If you could set that up real quick.
I got you.
All right. Again, if we are fading in and out, we do apologize. Yes, Melissa. I'm responding to you verbally. Hopefully, you can hear this. But looks like we're having some internet issues this morning or this afternoon. So, I know.
Looks
George,
like a Corey Creed.
We are working on it. Sorry. YouTube has been a little glitchy for me all day. Not sure why. I don't notice any problems with any other sites. So it could be YouTube. All right, it could be YouTube. And Joey's responding to Melissa. All right, smash the like button anyway. Audio is terrible. Ooh, that's another whole issue in and of itself. The way Joey's got my mic dialed in, it should be pretty darn good. It really should. Ryan, give a mic check real quick so everybody can hear if it's you or not.
Yeah. Can everyone hear me pretty good? Make sure the audio is working. Mic check.
All right.
Ron said sounds okay.
We're going to get through
Yeah, we got it.
All right. So
there's a lot of good news, a lot of good things going on in the market.
Well, there's a lot of good news, but to a healthy pullback. Very quickly, the market went sideways. All right. I call this still irrational exuberance. The market's still moving up. The MTI is back at a level where the market is close to looking overextended again. Glenn is booming. All right, so that means I might have to step back from the mic. Glenn is echoey. I can fix that too.
Probably just your loud voice.
No, it is Joey. Joey dialed in the mic, and right now I'm just trying to make sure that I stay close enough or far enough from the mic. All right. We all will stick with y'all. Glenn's mic is terrible. It keeps everything he says. Glenn's personality is booming. That's normal. Thank you, Corey. Did you really?
I might be freezing in and out.
That he's froze. Did you?
Because I can only hear about half of what you're saying, Glenn.
That he's froze. I still think that the market still has some downside. And you know what else I think is going to happen? Guess what earnings comes out today? I did a video about it yesterday.
Tesla.
Tesla's going to pull the market down bigly tomorrow. That's my thinking. If the tech stocks are pushing the market higher, I think a big market cap stock like Tesla is going to pull the market down tomorrow, giving some more direction to the downside off of this high, and with the market being overextended during this time. So that's what I think is going to happen. If you're not in Tesla, you know something, one play I would definitely consider would be TSLQ. I think that I am probably going to pick up some of that before the market closes today. I'm going to pick up some TSLQ, and then another thing I'm going to pick up is the SQQQ. All right, I think that those are two good plays, at least going into tomorrow. And if the market still has some more downside based on other earnings that are coming out, and at least we will be well suited to play the market to the downside. Notice that I'm not shorting anything. I'm thinking about buying TSLQ, and I am thinking about buying SQQQ before the day is done. Tesla being a tech stock, and TSLQ playing the market to the downside or playing Tesla to the downside. I think everybody knows that Tesla's going to miss. I don't think that there's going to be a surprise, but you never know. But I think that those are two that I'm going to pick up going into tomorrow. Tesla made some announcements about their new 25,000 car coming out to counteract negative news. That car most likely, Corey, will be coming out of India. All right, that's where they're really aggressively going for the lower dollar car. So if that happens, most likely it will be made in India, but I don't know if it's enough at this time with Elon Musk fighting this uphill battle to produce more cars to take on the sales in China, where Boyd is kicking their behinds. All right, you just got the alert. No, you didn't miss anything. Joey put up the alert for me. The 25,000 cars being made in Texas. Is that the case? All right, I got you. Tesla's new model will run on AAA batteries. Sigh. All right. So that's what I think is going on in the market. I'm getting you guys prepared. I think Tesla's going to weigh very heavily on the market to the downside tomorrow. All right. And
I think playing that gap down is a good call, Glenn.
Yeah, that's why I want to get into both of these today before the market closes. A lot of news about Tesla not doing well in cold weather. Iowa, recently, you heard about that story, right, Ryan? Iowa.
In Chicago, too.
So cold states where we had this really bad snap of cold weather, Tesla cars didn't fare so well. They didn't fare so well. Thanks. If you think the market is near a top, why is the color guard mildly bullish? Interesting as you say that. Ryan, I'm going to let you answer. I can answer the question, but you haven't talked much yet. I'm going to let you answer the question if you would like to in regards to Diane's question. But the first thing I'm going to say, Diane, if you look at the color guard, what's the predominant color you see? Yellow. There's reasons why the color guard is mildly bullish, and I'm going to let Ryan answer that.
Yeah, I mean, the color guard itself is just an analytical approach to really see the trend of the market. With the BSR giving a green light right now, that's why the barometer is one tick into the green. It's very methodical. It doesn't go off the news and the hype and all that stuff. That's why I like the color guard personally. However, with MTI at these levels, we talk about this on the show all the time, that MTI, got to keep your eye on it. That gives us a sense that the market is telling us that there is more downside potential than there is upside potential right now. Not to say that the market can't continue to go up. However, historically speaking, at this time, downside risk is starting to outweigh upside potential. So if you do open up positions right now, always just have a plan in place, some kind of stop criteria. I know everybody's got a busy life, and you can't always watch your stocks every day. So at least have something mechanical in your broker, to help your positions not become emotional trades. Because once they become emotional, then I'm sure a lot of you already know how that works out, right? But yeah, as far as the color guard, it's just very analytical. We got one green light there. That's why the barometer is over to the green. And that's tracking the trends of those indicators. It doesn't give you a sense of overbought, oversold situations. That's where the MTI jumps in. So you want to use the two, in conjunction with each other is the easiest and best way I can explain it to someone.
AK, I just did a video last night on the preview for Tesla earnings. If you hadn't taken a look at it, please do so.
I like that put spread strategy.
Say again?
Joe Mama did a put spread on Tesla today. I think that's
a good way to go as well. All right.
I'm looking at a straddle right now.
That is the best way to play an earnings play, is a straddle, because you're going to make, and I think it's going to move big enough. I think it's going to move big enough that you could probably play a strangle on it, spend less money on the strangle. I think it's going to move enough for the strangle to make money. I think so. All right, AI running head on with massive electricity consumption. I did a video, and part of that Tesla video was some of the headwinds Tesla was going through. Charging is part of it. I'm serious.
BYD better be a big part of it.
Well, as much as I like EVs, I am telling you guys to keep your eyes open for a transition to hybrids. I think Toyota already put it out there that they were closing down some EV parts of the business to go more so for the hybrid part. It was either Toyota or Honda. I'm very interested to see if other big car manufacturers are going to go through the same thing. I want you guys to keep an eye on a possible pivot to hybrid cars. And what the administration will do to overcome that is put out bigger money to keep you buying the all electrics. So we'll see. All right.
Look
Tesla
what Dave
options
C
are
put
pricing
out.
to move. 1 in 3 Toyota cars sells as hybrids. I'm seriously interested to see, and I want you guys to keep your eyes on that. I'm going to see if the big manufacturers are going to start to migrate, pivot, move more towards hybrids. We'll see. And you're right, Lou. Car dealers are packed with electric cars that are not selling. Toyota's hybrid-only Camry serves as a bridge during a slow EV adoption. We'll see. All right, so let's go into what news is moving the market. There we go. And let's move this over. Did he move that already? No, I did. Gosh darn it. Can you put the chain here, please? The answer to that is no. I won't, because we don't do options chains in the VectorVest software. And Akshaya, you can put the chain into your broker's account to work that out.
If you got Options Pro, you can.
And I won't bring up Options Pro here either, because most people do not have it. All right, but Akshaya, you can bring up the chain in your broker. You can bring up the chain in your broker.
And Akshaya, just saying, that 15-point spread that options are looking at, I'd probably look around that strike price or within that strike price, depending on what type of strategy you're doing.
I bought calls on TSLQ for earnings, low cost, lower risk to play the downside. I'm with you. All right. So with that being said, the first couple of stories about what's moving the market right now, U.S. stocks climb after strong Netflix numbers, earnings season in full flow right now. I made a mention in my Monday live stream that I think with the bigness of the companies that are reporting this week, that we would get more solidification of a direction in the market this week, all right? Because of the big names that are reporting this week. So we'll see. Next story. U.S. stocks climb on data as data earnings buoy sentiment, markets wrap. All right, so we still know that earnings have been pushing the market higher. Interesting is I've been looking at the banks. A lot of the banks, especially the regional banks, were either in line or missed. They were either in line or missed, and I am still a big fan of the other shoe needs to fall. And the voice got better because Joey's in the background working on it. Joey's in the
We
background.
still got a lot of banks to go through. I saw Friday, there's quite a few regionals reporting.
And there's already a lot that's reporting for the week. And in my Monday live stream, I put a lot of those banks in there.
Okay.
I put a lot of those banks in there. All right. So those are a couple of stories on what's making the market move. It's interesting that Ryan and I's thinking on the stocks for today were right in line with each other. I got a story on ASML jump after Dutch chipmaker post orders jump. All right, we know that NVIDIA is out there. We know that AMD is out there. ASML, as many of you know, I've got a son that works for ASML, which is tightly in tight cahoots with Taiwan Semi, enough so that TSM sent him to Taiwan for a few weeks because, you know, Taiwan Semi's in Taiwan to get a feel of the work ethic in Taiwan as he comes back to the U.S. to help build the chips with ASML. So that's a story on ASML, coupled with Ryan's story on ASML. It posts a 30% surge in the full year revenue, but and this is kind of scary.
So,
I don't know if it's scary.
This
but
is what I
this
wanted to talk about.
Say again?
This is what I wanted to talk about.
Go ahead.
The slowdown in 2024. It is simply geopolitical tensions between China and the United States. I've read through the article. If you saw last week, I talked about TSM earnings. Anytime we go into earnings season, especially if you're holding any kind of semiconductor, you know, NVIDIA, AMD, SMCI, whatever it may be, you always want to look at Taiwan Semi and ASML. The reason for that, they are at the beginning of the supply chain. They give you a sense of what to expect. ASML, TSM, it's all the same concern. It's about their products not being allowed in China by the U.S. government, which is going to affect their bottom dollar. If you've seen my shorts, you know, NVIDIA is trying to get around that by, you know, designing, I guess, you know, less efficient AI chips that would be allowed into the Chinese market. And that's where Intel comes into play. You've heard me talk about Intel. Intel is the hedge. You know, right now, you know, buying some Intel, not the worst idea in the world. But as, I'm not going to say as, but if tensions rise, if, you know, tariffs rise, if we have more regulations, because the U.S. just made the Dutch government essentially block ASML from shipping certain lithography machines, you know, that make these silicon wafers, these computer chips. So that's a story you're really going to have to keep an eye on, especially, you know, I know a lot of people watching this have, you know, NVIDIA, obviously, AMD, these top players here. And me and Glenn, since we're on this subject, we talked about this last week, Glenn, where I almost see semiconductors as a defense play at this point. You got the two biggest kids on the block, China and the United States, fighting over semiconductors and semi-supremacy, right?
I like
which one's going to come out on? That's a good title, actually.
I like that.
You're writing that one down. But that, you know, if you hold on semiconductors right now, I'm bullish because there's so many hot things going on in the space. You know, two of the world's largest economies are really fighting over this space. Who's going to be the dominant player? Taiwan, they're stuck right in the middle of the drama, which happens to be where most of the semiconductors are produced by TSM, and that manufacturing has to have ASML lithography machines.
And guess what? What's driving all of this, Ryan?
What's driving all that? I mean, you've got AI.
AI was the only thing I was looking for. AI is primary.
You've got cloud. And that's why another reason why I say is defense. You can have all the tanks and ships and aircraft carriers you want, but at the end of the day, obviously I got no crystal ball, but I imagine the next major conflicts are going to be fought in the cyber warfare, if not already. We're not privy to that information, but you can see the importance of these two countries. They're investing. Well, China's investing billions. United States, we're investing hundreds of millions. We're trying to catch up right now. So we'll see how this all plays out. But right now it's TSM, ASML, AMD, and NVIDIA. Those are the leaders of the pack. Intel, that's my hedge in case things go south, between, if geopolitical tensions rise, that would be my hedge.
I own Intel, as a matter of fact.
And it's not a bad, it's been doing good. I did videos on it, the new CEO. The reason why I like him, he's actually an engineer. Lisa Su, the CEO of AMD, she has an engineering background. I feel like an engineer does a better job of understanding the semiconductor market as a whole, and how to stay on the cutting edge of that market. So I think he's the right man for the job. He's doing good things, but he's playing catch up. Essentially, but they're investing. I mean, you've seen Intel, you've seen the articles. They're building plants all across the world right now, across several continents. So they're trying to catch up. I have faith in them. So in the short term, as long as that stock, I see some upside potential, but probably not as much as AMD and NVIDIA, TSM, some of these bigger players, or not. I wouldn't say bigger, but some of the more advanced players here. But other than that, great space to be in. Just keep an eye on, and keep updated. If you're subscribed to the channel, I do a couple shorts on that space, pretty much on a weekly basis.
All right.
So if you're holding this position,
I'm going to answer a few questions. We're already getting to a half an hour in, and we still got a lot of stories to do.
Let's do it.
All right. So, real quick question about how explain sector peak short search. It's finding stocks in sectors that have run up. And normally when the market goes down, the first stocks that go down the fastest are the stocks that have risen so much because people are going to take profit. That is what sector peak short is. It's a good way to find the high rising stocks that have been going up. As the market turns around, will start to go down fast. Corey says, I'm going to rename my username to Semi-Supremacy. Oh boy. Can you share the proper way to use a trailing stop? The proper way to use a trailing stop is you have to determine where your tolerance for pain is. Most people will use a trailing 10%. How much are you willing to lose on a position after it's hit its high? So the trailing stop has got to be based upon, if you're really tight on the stock, trailing 5, trailing 7. A little bit more prudent, trailing 10 to 12 or so. If you're a little bit more conservative, trailing 20 or so. So it all depends on how much you're willing to lose on any one position, which will determine what you will do for it.
I think you had that backwards, by the way, Glenn.
Say again?
Because you said between 15 and 20% more conservative, but I would think that'd be more aggressive because that's...
Well, so when I say trailing 15 to 20, if I'm in a stock longer term and it's a fundamentally sound stock, the trailing 15 to 20 gives it more room to the downside.
Oh, you're pairing it with that type of stock.
Right.
I got you.
Now, if I'm aggressive and I'm trying to make a quick buck on the trade, I'm going to put a tighter trail. But that all depends on how volatile the stock is too. But if it's a good quality stock that you just want to make some quick money, but you don't want to lose a lot of money, that's where the smaller trailing stop comes into place. But
by the way, there's something in the software called ATR, average true range.
That's a better stock, I think.
It gives you a sense of that volatility. So sometimes, looking at the ATR of a stock and assessing your risk or pain tolerance and combining the two together is a great way to go. That's typically how I go.
Got you. All right, let's get
Let's
to
keep it
why
moving.
isn't the color guard green on price today? Oh, K. Barrick, because a price column can't go green when it's working off of a red from the previous week. Great question. That's
And
why.
it's actually lower than it was yesterday.
It's an up day, but we're working off of a red light from a week ago. All right. So, next story, Boeing. Ryan did a video on short on Boeing, which was a really good video. Boeing 757 loses tire. The company's next incident.
Oh,
Boeing's at some point in time is going to start losing orders. And I think that the next best stock in the space to provide planes is going to be Airbus. So
Glenn,
I would stay away
the
from
future?
Boeing right now, and I would consider Airbus. It's in my list. All right. Toyota chairman says electric cars will never dominate the global market. I think that they're taking a nice little small chunk of the market. I mean, everywhere you look, I don't care where you live, I'm thinking about 1 in every 20 cars you see, it's got to be a Tesla. No matter where you live, it's got to be a Tesla.
They're everywhere.
So, they're biting into it. Will they overtake combustion engines? The answer to that is no. They won't. I think we will still have combustion engines to the day we die. All right. 3 stories on crude. Crude inventory decreased by 9.2 million barrels for the week ended January 19th. I got a problem with this. I got a big problem.
It's manipulated, Glenn. We already know.
You know that I think that something is not going right with oil. All right. I'm going to scroll down towards the bottom of this. U.S. oil production just hit an all-time high. Well, if we just hit an all-time high on the production, we are now the biggest producer of oil globally. How in the flying flip are we down 9.2 million barrels? Number one. And number two, if we've been making all of this oil, why haven't I seen the news that talks about us putting more oil back into the reserves? Did you really he really changed his name. Semi-supremacy. Glenn, can you tell us what you like Seeking Alpha for?
He did change his name.
He really changed his name.
Hey, you're gonna steal my name.
We actually subscribe to Seeking Alpha. To Seeking Alpha. I like the news as a way of me doing my research. I like the site. I like the insights they give, and they cover a lot of stocks. A lot of times I get stuck trying to find news. All right. A lot of times I get stuck trying to find news on a stock, but I can come to Seeking Alpha and I can get some news. All right. So that's why I like it. As Glenn says, go with the flow, so buy oil stocks. Ryan is doing a video. Is it for tomorrow or for tonight?
No, I did a short earlier. Akshaya, I know you always ask about oil, Akshaya. Watch the short today. And if you missed the video I did last Wednesday, which talked about petroleum some, I got exactly my first bullish sign on oil. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Watch the video, but we're looking at the chart. I'm not focused on the news and the Middle East and weather and all that stuff. Even though the rise of supply disruptions, especially with weather related here in the U.S., and I saw some supply disruptions going on with Russia because the conflict between Ukraine and Russia is heating up a little bit. But other than that, I'm liking what I see in the chart.
Well, I'm gonna bring up the next story because it's talking about what Akshaya said about the production in North Dakota. It's this one. This is Ryan's story. Oil traders care more about North Dakota, there you go, Akshaya, weather than the Red Sea missile attacks.
I've been telling you guys this. Every time we get some news about Red Sea, Iran, whatever may be out there, oil drops. I put it out in the title last week. Do not fall for the oil trap. Have some patience. Let it come to you. Telling you, there's a divergence I see. There is some chart patterns I see. With the news here, like we're seeing, the cold front, this big storm, and we got another big storm starting in Texas, making its way across the United States right now. So those disruptions, they might, might not just be isolated to North Dakota. Time will tell once these storms, settle. Mary, the video, the short, it's in the short section. If you ever go to our channel, there's a short section. And if you ever go to the video section, the big video was on it last Wednesday. But yeah, the Red Sea, I was more bullish on bulk shipping. It worked out really well. Now with some of these supply strains and what I see in the chart, I'm actually bullish on oil itself. I just started tiptoeing the position. Again, these are early signs, right? So I'm not all in. I'm not betting the farm. I'm just, tiptoeing into positions and wait for it to come to me so I can purchase some more.
And talking about, Brenda said tankers are running up. Ryan did a video talking about oil and the tankers as well. Again, a lot. I love all of the comments that are coming to the chat, but man, you guys, a lot of that stuff we've covered. And if you guys are not looking at the channel outside of just the videos or the shorts or the live streams, you need to. I think he did a great job talking about the tankers.
Thank you, Glenn. Sorry if I interrupt you. It's still glitchy. It's still in and out.
Yeah, I see Joey was doing stuff in the background, but I don't know if he still is.
Move to the last oil story. I'll just get through that one real quick. Why oil markets aren't reacting to supply disruptions and geopolitical risk. Well, why? Because of the United States. As Glenn just stated it. As geopolitical concerns started rising, what did the United States do? They started drilling. That kind of just leveled out the playing field, right? So that's why I haven't been that bullish on oil. I think the last time I was, it's been a couple months, but once Brent fell below 85, that was kind of my last line in the sand there. But as I just saw an article that actually African nations, their oil demand, especially from Russia, has increased quite a bit. They're probably buying that cheap Russian crude oil that's on discount because it's not the sanctions there. So there's a lot of geopolitical issues going on with oil itself. And Glenn's point about the manipulation and stuff, there's a lot of money involved, and let's just say anytime there's a lot of money involved in anything, corruption, manipulation can always be a factor.
Yep.
So just keep an eye of that, if you're trading the space,
All right.
Let's move it.
Next one, TSMC. My story, TSMC is preparing for 1 nanometer chip manufacturing, which will be the bee's knees when it happens. And the big thing is reportedly gearing up to invest $1 trillion in the construction of a fab place for the 1 nanometers in southwestern Taiwan. So I've heard through the grapevine that there's even sub 1 nanometers already being tested. Sub 1. All right. So, but to bring out to the world a fab facility to bring out the 1 nanometer, man, again, once that happens, that will be the bee's knees. But that's going to be big for TSM in regards to the chip space. So they're putting $1 trillion into a building to start developing that.
If you're not familiar,
that is tremendously huge.
I was just going to say, if you're not familiar with what nanometers are and how that's relative to everything, to put in perspective, TSM built a plant in Germany, or at least they're in the process of building that plant. It's an automotive chip plant. Those nanometer, or the chip size, is about, I want to say probably 18 to 24 roughly, if I had to guess. In your iPhone or most advanced phones, you're talking probably around 5 nanometer chips. So as you get smaller and smaller and smaller, you're talking more advanced technology. The reason why people want these things, AI. data.
Yep.
And that's actually the video I'm putting out tonight. It's all about data. So if you want a great perspective on just what's going on in the world, you're going to be blown away with the video I got for you this evening.
The U.S. is refilling strategic oil reserves as fast as it can amid lower prices, but there are physical limits. Physical limits how? We physically took it out. We physically took it out to sell it. We can't refill what we physically took out. There's limit. What physical limitations? I don't understand that. Drew,
what goes out's got to go back in.
Absolutely. I don't know about what physical limits. I had this much oil. I took out that much oil, which means I got some space up here to put that oil back in to fill it back up. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. And I still, Drew, can't find any stories, and I've been looking for them. I can't find any stories that say that we've been putting that oil back in. Check out Market Insider. That is one of my, you talk about research. I do have Market Insider in here somewhere.
I like Fitz's comment. Pumps only go one way.
I do have it. That's Business Insider. Oops, not Market Insider. I do have Business Insider. All right, let's go to the next story. There it is. Netflix pops 10% as streamer adds 13.1 million subscribers, tops revenue estimates. Again, my video that I did last night was talking about Tesla. I did a bonus on Netflix. It's in every week report. Glenn, SPR refills in every weekly report. Hold on. I got to find something for that.
Oh, Roger, right. While Glenn's talking about that, yes. Doesn't matter what big company it is, they all need ASML for those litho machines. And I did see the other comment about Intel. They just partnered with ASML. Another reason why I like Intel, have some patience. It's going to take some time to catch up, but I see big things happening there.
I look at it this way. The smaller you can make the chips to put the data on,
the better.
The much better, because now the devices become smaller, whether it's a phone, whether it's a vehicle, whatever it is. So, all right. Did you talk about that?
Oh, Netflix. I did the short. Big news coming out. I don't know if you guys saw this. Netflix finally unveiling their first live program. Their partnership with TKO, WWE. It comes out next January. It's a 10-year contract. I think it was valued around $5 billion. I think this is great. As long as Netflix doesn't lose track and lose sight, of what they were founded upon, because people like Netflix the way it is. I think small changes like they're doing, they're not trying to rush into anything. But at some point, big corporations, they want Netflix's subscribers. In the short I did, it was 250 million. After earnings, we're talking 260 million users. That is a huge advertising platform for corporations. So I would not be surprised if other live programs, maybe even sports, such as, things like that. I have a feeling Netflix is going to expand upon this live TV. I don't think it's over yet. What do you think, Glenn?
I think it's going to be a big thing for them. And I think a lot of people are interested in wrestling. We'll see. We'll see. And in my story, Akshaya, I showed, where did I see it? I showed, there it is, crude inventory change.
Down, 9.2 million?
Yeah, minus. Gasoline inventory change +4. Inventory change minus SPR. Is that the strategic reserves? They added a little bit. That's poopy. That is poopy. Really. Well, so they're adding at a poopy rate. At a straight up poopy rate. All right. That's all. That's all. Every week, with the price of oil the way that it is, that's all they're putting in. That's all they're putting in. Mm. A lot. Where's a lot, Akshaya? Oh no, that ain't a lot. That ain't a lot. Go get off that. That is not a lot. That's
Well, if I had to guess, I'd say with this large production that we're having right now, we're probably importing less. So even though we're producing more, we may not have as much leftovers to add to those reserves.
we're not even the biggest exporter. With all of this, we're not even the biggest exporter.
No.
Yeah.
We never have been. Well,
Akshaya,
I'm not saying never, but
that's
it's been
crap. Compared to the oil that we're producing, that's crap. All right. That's all I got to say about that.
Amir, oil is all politics. Can we talk about fun stuff instead of oil, please?
Okay, so fine.
Let's keep it hot.
Yeah, I don't see it, Akshaya. Right along with what Ryan's been talking about with AI, I did a video talking about the next big winner besides that is going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Cybersecurity. For the net, though, outside of cybersecurity, though, the industry's first Wi-Fi 7 secure networking solution. This thing is going to be super freaking fast.
Wi-Fi 7, is that like 7G?
Hold on. Delivers increased speed, blah, 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 blah. Wi-Fi 7 bandwidth requirements. You know, I don't see them in the story calling it 7G, but they just call it Wi-Fi 7. You would think that it might be, but it's not. Faster data transport, two times faster connection speeds, lower latency, better load balancing. Not the words 7G, though. Not the words 7G. Corey says, super freaking fast. I should have renamed myself to the... yeah. That's fast. But again, in the story, I don't see they want to use the terminology 7G. But it's fast. So this is outside of just the security side. I'm interested in this. I'm very interested. Who's doing Wi-Fi 7? You know, something that's different to see who can handle it. All right? That's going to be the other side of it. Hey, they can be putting it out, but you know what that means? That's another revenue stream to be able to get the hardware to support the Wi-Fi 7. Interesting. All right. Next story. This is Ryan's story. IBM trading like the also ran it isn't. What the flying freak is that? Go ahead.
Seeking Alpha, you gotta love their titles. But essentially, you know, IBM's just kind of remained in the shadows. You haven't seen a lot of talk about IBM lately. The stock's done, you know, pretty fairly well. You know, this article, they're saying that it's undervalued. They're saying that's one of the, the leaders in cloud services, AI, quantum computing. AI is a huge company. It's got its hands into a lot of things. What actually I wanted to talk about IBM, because I didn't want to use the same article I used Monday, is that IBM has partnered with a company. They're investing a whole lot of money in blockchain. Now, I know I lost a lot of you guys as soon as I said the word blockchain. Tonight's video is on blockchain. I'm not going into cryptos. I'm not talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, crappy coins like Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, or whatever you want to call those. The real application, the real developments, the real reason why I'm bullish on Ethereum and Bitcoin is blockchain technology. And in tonight's video, I'm not giving you Bitcoin ETFs, Mara, Riot. That is not in my list. I got 10 stocks for you. So in tonight's video, I'm going to pull it all together. There is blockchain. IBM is using blockchain technology to keep AI in check. There's a thing called hallucinations. That is when AI spits out the wrong information or false information. They're trying to utilize blockchain technology to keep AI in check, and not just IBM, big players like Microsoft too. Also, in tonight's video, it's going to tie into Web3, and I actually do mention cybersecurity and mention your video, Glenn, in tonight's video. So I'm kind of tying it all together because as we move forward into the future, when the internet first came out, Did you know how it worked? Did you believe in it? Probably not in the 80s, right? You probably just looked right past it. I'm telling you, blockchain, do not sleep on it. The internet has wrong information, Corey Creed. Exactly. Blockchain's decentralized. So, it allows for less skew of data, less bias, because it's peer-to-peer. It's a ledger system. It's because when someone asks what is blockchain, all it is just information and obtaining accurate information by a ledger system, being able to move that information quicker and faster. And who needs that? AI needs that. Cybersecurity needs that. Web3 platforms need that. YouTube Play, it's a built-in fact checker, essentially. There's a lot of industries using this. Healthcare, agriculture, this blockchain technology. So definitely check out the video. That's all I'm going to say about it right now because we're running out of time.
Well, you talked a lot about the video. I don't know if they need to watch it anymore. So now let's talk about IBM real quick.
Well, if you want my stocks, you better watch it.
Oh, well, IBM earnings, from our understanding, come tonight as well. It's a good dividend play. So add it to the story. And I got a story on a drug, Evaxion, big move today. Rallies 120% on AI-based cancer vaccine program. That's all I got to say about it. Let's go take a look at the stock. All right, let's get into the stocks that we've got for this week, viewers. Let's go. Where's all the markets right now? I still think that the market's going to be in for some downside going into tomorrow.
Right.
Interesting on a week, on a mixed market today. Look at what's hurting.
You can see the small mid cap.
Yep. People getting a little nervous, and the VIX is going
why
up.
The VVC is down.
So, and the composites.
Look at the VIX up today with the major indices.
Were you talking about the VIX?
Yeah, the VIX is up 2%.
Yeah, and the biggest thing that the people are getting scared of is the low dollar stocks. They still trust in the tech stocks, well, because so that's the indices today. Super 6 is Magnificent 7 without Tesla. I'm going to talk about that in a second.
Super 6, I like that. I like that a lot.
AMA, big
just
movers.
Just like Netflix, Tesla might be getting the boot after today.
Well, oh man, what just happened? That's not cool.
We're getting internet issues.
Oh, that's not, hold on. There we go. Whew. All right. Some big mover stocks. Ryan doesn't even know I have this out here, but I'm looking at stocks that are not only moving up today, but they're moving up in huge volume as compared to the percentage volume. So some fish for you. Big movers for today.
He is a Chinese company.
And interesting, all of these have, because that's what I look for. Not only are these lower dollar stocks that are moving, but they have good upside. They have good upside potential. All right, so fish that I want you to keep your eyes on. Customers picks last week. Let's see what y'all did last week. Kramer came up with the Super 6. Didn't Kramer actually come up with the Magnificent 7? I think Kramer actually came up with the Magnificent 7 as well. All right.
Then if Tesla misses and it drops, we should just start the Super 6.
Wow. Let's quick test your stocks last week. Y'all did horrible. Holy smokes. Negative 6%. Two stocks you gave us, Mullen and EFTR. What the flying flip were you guys thinking? You know I'm messing with you.
Why are you playing Mullen still?
Wow. All right, so those were 10 stocks from last week. No, he did FANG. Is that what it is? Who came up with Magnificent 7? I thought he did as well. Kramer did FANG. Is DWC a good short? I'm not talking about DWC. I started a whole big bunch of crap on Monday when I brought up DWAC. I actually had somebody tell me that they were going to cancel their subscription over that. I'm not, and it wasn't political. It was about an opportunity to make money on a stock. I'm not going down that again. I am so not opening that can of worms. As much as I love you guys to death, I need you guys to separate between, and it wasn't political. You know, I don't like politics. You need to separate between the politics and the ability for you to make money in the stock. My purpose was to show you the ability to possibly make money in the stocks. I don't care about the politics on it. But I got a lot of feedback that I didn't like, so screw that. I'm not doing that again. All right. Let's go look at Ryan's picks this week. Let's go look at Ryan's picks last week. Let's look at I'm not safe space. I'm not talking about no doggone safe space. I'm not doing that.
Oh, Microsoft changed their earnings. That kind of messed me up.
What do you mean they changed it?
Because when I looked last week on the NASDAQ website, when I came up with this, they were set to report Tuesday on the website. They did not report. So I kind of messed up my whole strategy.
Well, let's go see what it did.
Let's see what we got.
You probably did all right. Yeah, you did. You got to win.
I made money.
You made money. There you go. Defend was a good play. Up 10% in 1 week. That's a good play. The Qs.
And what did I say? The only reason why I did SQQ was to hedge my Microsoft. And
I think that was a smart play. I think that was a smart play. And actually,
even though Microsoft didn't report this week, I don't know, but I thought that was weird because when I did that video Monday about earnings this week, I saw Microsoft was taken off the list. So I was like, interesting.
Oh, hold on.
Play that upside momentum with Netflix, Visa, IBM, Microsoft. That's some blockchain plays there. And then obviously, if you saw my short earlier today, I like the chart right now. At least for the short term, there's a level of resistance coming in, but I think this will be a good group of stocks. It's definitely tech heavy. So hopefully Tesla doesn't hurt it too much tomorrow. But overall, I think there's still some more upside.
Hold on. People are saying that they're not hearing us. Joey, are you in the background? Joey, yeah, the sound is getting in and out. Joey? I got 2 chats from Joey. Where's Joey?
Only 2?
Holy smokes. Wow, I didn't see that until just now.
Yep.
All right.
That's fine.
There you go.
That was 30 minutes ago.
Okay, thank you for that, Joey.
Yep. Yeah, it's just the internet at the office, man. There's nothing I can do.
All right.
You see the VectorVest is disconnected. You see the yellow bar on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's us.
It's gray now. All right.
Let's go ahead and get some hot or not. We probably, this internet's getting kind of annoying.
Hold on.
Sorry about this, VV Nation.
I know. Hold on. Let's go see what my picks look like from last week, real quick. To the 17th. I don't know what I did or didn't do. Quick test.
I don't know.
Oh, of course, I did as bad as they did. Holy smokes. Sox S, Yang, bearish. That's what killed me. Bearish. But AI hit, HMC, AOS.
Stop being so negative.
Listen, it is negative. All right, let's go look at my picks for this week. That's it. EVAX, big move. I'd keep my eye on that. I love the news on a AI cancer drug. Keep your eyes on that again, more so fish than anything. All right, let's go.
I like your Airbus play.
Well, I think that's a good way to counteract Boeing right now.
I would not be shocked if we see some Airbus orders in the near future.
Absolutely.
With all this Boeing problem.
Absolutely.
And I think Airbus, that's a great play in my opinion.
All right, customer picks this week. I'm looking for we only got 5 minutes left. IBP, I'm right down what you guys were putting into the room. PayPal, Wix, AIQ.
Oh, whoever put in PayPal, that's on the list tonight. I'm telling you, a lot of good stocks in there.
I hear. All right, NMIH, VIRC, SARK, Kevin Durant, Oracle. Did I not? I put Oracle on the list already. Airbus has an 8-year waiting list. I think that's going to be moved up. Cassie, AIQ is already on the list. Palantir, AMD, ON, Semiconductor, Verizon, and
I love ON Semi.
Oh man, all of that typing. Nobody told me it was not coming in. Oh my goodness.
Believer, I love ON. I've actually been trading in and out of On. Well, it's been a while, but I first came across On was about $30 a share. They are one of the leaders in IoT semiconductors. And as you probably are aware, that's mostly all I trade are semiconductor companies, but I do like On.
Oracle's already in there. Sigh. Shopify, Palantir, AMD. Nobody said a darn thing that this wasn't showing up. Not a one. Not a one. VZ, PH, ARKB. I saw ARC got hit today. SPNT, comma AIZ, comma. Wow, there's a lot of freaking stocks up in here. Goodness gracious. AVGO, comma Decker Outdoors.
Amir said no sound. No, I think I hear us.
Yeah, maybe he's on a delay. 'Cause there's sound.
DRV. All right, that's a lot of stocks. I got a lot of stocks. I think, okay, we're drinking Bustellos. All right, how many stocks?
Hurry up,
22
Glenn.
stocks. 22 stocks. Goodness gracious.
Go ahead and start hitting that like button, by the way.
Oh, man, oh, man. All right, we got to do hot or not quick. Wow, you gave me two stocks that are sell, SARK and Ravi. DRV is a sell right now. Top of the list, though, AMD, IBP oil stock. I know Builder, AVG, Wix.
We got builders, cybersecurity,
Cybersecurity.
tech.
3 months. All right. Let's go take a look. Hot or not?
What was that? Home furniture?
Earnings
I'm gonna
growth, dividends.
I'm going to go not.
I am too. I'm going with not. I'm going with not. Big channel. 2 days down. Dark cloud cover.
It's
Follow
still
through.
stuck in the channel. Yeah,
Yeah.
good call on that dark cloud cover.
Yep. Ooh, AMD. Hot or not?
You know that's my favorite stock. We go hot, hot,
All
hot,
right.
hot, hot.
Let's go to portfolios. I've got a new portfolio for AMA. Let's go get AMD.
How many of you guys been holding AMD since I've been talking about it? I've only been talking about it since it was like, what, 106 to 108?
Okay.
Please tell me you guys made some money off that.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you how many times I've mentioned AMD.
Apply. All right. We're going to put that into the portfolio. All right. Next stock. Hot or not? Oof.
Oh, I'm going to go not right now.
I'm going to go not. I like the move, but I don't like this. And I don't like the, and it's closed now right beneath the 20-day exponential. The 20-day, what is it? I think it's just a simple EMA. I don't know. What is this?
Is lukewarm an option?
It's
Corey,
a
I
simple
like that.
moving average. Nope, I'm not even talking about that stock, Mark. All right, I'm not going to call it hot. I'm not going to call it hot.
No, I'd have to be convinced. I got to see some more there. I'm not
Okay.
there. Bill, if you've been on
AVGO.
AMD 5+ years, you're doing well, buddy. I know that.
I like the earnings. I like the dividend. I don't like the earnings growth. And I don't
I
like,
like Broadcom.
the sell.
I like
You
it.
like it, though?
I like it.
All right,
I
you
like the
don't-
company.
That doesn't concern you? The wick?
No, not really. It looks like an ascending channel. You can see it pretty clearly. We're just at the top of the channel.
All right. We're going to add it to the list.
I mean, not the most. I would say probably not the best time to buy it, but I like the
Oh,
company.
so you telling me not to buy it?
Put it in there, Glenn.
All
Put
right.
it in there.
Dang. I got things to do, people to see. Holy smokes. I can't even
You
buy
got a
a
buffet
share.
to eat. Don't lie. You got a buffet to attend to. That Golden Corral.
I'm going to Golden Corral tonight.
I wish we got sponsored by Golden Corral.
All right. Next stock, hot or not? Ooh, I do like Wix. If you own it, I'd say leave it alone. I'm never going to buy a stock on a down day. But I like The earnings per share, the earnings growth, I like everything about it. The only thing I don't like is that it's a down day. The only thing that's not right is that it's a down day. If the stock goes up tomorrow and the 3 and the 8 still stay intact, I'd like to see it go above the 3-month high. I'd like to see it go again, but I like the stock. I'm just not buying it on the down day. You agree or disagree?
No, I disagree with that completely.
You do?
I agree with that.
Oh, I thought you said you disagree with that completely.
No, I said I agree with that completely. Sorry.
All right, so we're not going to put it in the portfolio, but I do like the stock.
I do too.
I do like the stock. Roger says, I may go across the river to the casino for prime rib tonight. Enjoy Golden Corral. Ooh, you know something? I can get prime rib at Golden Corral. No, you can't. Unless you put it in a chocolate fountain. Shopify.
I was saying that's the only way it's going to taste good.
Shopify. I like the play as well. I like this bounce off support. I like the 3 and the 8 above the 20. My problem is the down day. Earnings looks good. Earnings growth looks good. Sales growth has dropped a little bit. I would keep this on my radar. I wouldn't buy it today. Would you buy AMD on the day down? No. I'm a big fan of not buying into a stock brand new on a down day. I would always want to buy into a stock on a rising day.
AMD just hit on a new high.
So what you telling me? Didn't we just go get that?
That's why we're buying that. We just got that.
We went and got AMD because it hit a new high. All right. Wix, Shopify, Decker Outdoors. Man, I like that stock too. Rising earnings growth. Down day. Ooh, a little bit of a bearish harami, little indecision day today. I'd be careful with that. If you own it, leave it alone. I would wait for the 3/8 to cross or break below this level of support. Yeah, if I'm not in it again, I don't want to buy on a down day. All right, I don't want to buy on a down day. I'm not going to put that into the portfolio. PH, Parker Hannafin. I think it's hot. Little bit of shooting star, follow through. It's got more downside. It's good. Ryan?
I'm going to go not today.
AMD is an up day today, Ravi.
Yeah, it's up today. ASML reported earnings this morning. All the or not going to say all, but a lot of the semis are up today.
Where's AMD? It's an up day, Ravi. It's an up day. All right.
Watch the short I did on AMD today.
You guys need to watch. Ryan's put out a lot of great shorts, folks. You got to watch them. Ooh, NMIH. Rising earnings. Okay growth. Sales growth looks good. I'm going to call this hot, and I'm going to go put it in the portfolio. You agree?
That one, yeah, I get on board with that.
NMIH.
Nice.
At
I like
trade.
That candlestick today, too. Very little selling pressure.
NMIH. Get the price.
I like this, what we're doing, the hot or not pick. So what, next week we'll come and take a look?
I figured that you would like this because we can now keep track.
Yeah.
All right, because we can now keep track.
And there's no stops in place, so just raw?
No, I got stops.
Oh, okay.
Just let you know, the stops are 30-10. I figured that's, you okay with that?
Yeah, no, that sounds good. It's pretty basic.
They are 30-10. All right. Next stop. Ooh. And broke through support. Bottom left, top right.
I'm going to go hot on that one.
I'm hot on that one too.
The only thing that I'm concerned about, that volume today, for such a big candlestick, there's not a whole lot of volume. But I say with a 10% stop, I'm hot.
But look at the volume compared to the other days. Today's volume is above average.
Yeah, no, it is.
This is what's skewing the volume right here. But that's above average. There's conviction behind the move. Yes?
Yeah, no, I believe it. It's added to the list.
SPNT. Sorry, Joey. SPNT. Get the price. 1,000. Apply. All right. We got to keep boogieing. Interesting. Channel. But the 3 to 8 and 20, it's trading at 169. It's got a high point of 173. Worth it? Knowing that that's headwinds, worth it?
For what? A couple bucks on 100?
Exactly.
So small
that
on my screen?
I don't know if it's worth it. I'd rather see it break through here, correct?
Yeah, I'd wait.
Okay. Next one. Not. Correct? Are you looking?
On? I like on, but it's a down day. Well, look at the 3 just crossed above the 8. That's positive.
Below the 20.
Is that a 20? Yeah, it's below the 20.
That's a 20 simple.
Yeah, I'd wait on that.
And look at the earnings growth. You'd wait? I would wait. I don't think it's hot.
Yeah, I'd wait.
All right.
It's a great company. I love on, but yeah, I'd wait.
AGNC. It needs to get out of its own way.
I have a feeling if we can get above that level of resistance there, I think we're going to see a pretty good breakout to the upside.
Rising earnings, falling earnings growth, falling sales growth. Short term, though. Yeah,
fundamentally, this isn't
I need
the play.
it to get out of its own way. I'm not feeling that to get into it yet. All right. How to not? Kyndryl Holdings.
Not.
I like the earnings. I like the earnings growth falling on the sales growth. Went above resistance. No follow through. No follow through today either. This is showing that it's having a hard time breaking above the 3-month high, breaking above resistance. I'm not hot on that. All right. Next one. Oh, it's
Global
an ETF. I was
XAI.
like, what the?
Nice gap up today. I like it.
You do?
You don't like that?
Hammer, 3.8. And the 3 and 8 are both moving up.
Well, I'll be honest with you. On my screen, I can barely see those candlesticks.
Okay.
Because we're using Teams. So some of that information I don't have really.
I'm going to take AIQ.
Okay.
I'm going to take AIQ. AIQ. Sorry. Q. Get the price. $1,000. Apply. All right. You guys like this process that we're going through with this portfolio? Yes or no? Do you like that process? Ooh, do you like this process that we're going through with the portfolio? Yes or no? We can keep track of your picks now on an ongoing basis. There we go. I'm about to say.
I like that process.
You like this process, Ryan?
I do a lot.
Good.
You see the yeses coming in, yeah. Hot.
I like the move of Oracle. Where did the wick stop? Right at the level of resistance. Right at the level of resistance. Oracle at 99 and Glenn didn't like it at the moment. Why? Maybe he saw something into the future. Meantime, I'm up 14%. When I'm looking at a stock, you're looking at what Ryan and I are both looking at. We're looking to see what it's doing. I like to look at the fundamentals in the stock, but I'm looking at Oracle retracing from resistance. And you said you were up on it. The stock, since this high, dropped down a lot.
Well, I mean, it was a simple gap fill strategy. You can see that's probably where most of that momentum over the past few days is coming from. But now the gap is filled and we're about to hit level of resistance. I'm a little concerned about that. But I do like the company as a whole.
Oh, I like the company as a whole. I do like the company as a whole. Don't get it twisted. But on a day like today where the wick went right to resistance and pulled back down, I'm with Lee. Take your profit, take half off the table. That's a nice move right there. Take half off the table. All right. Next one. Nope. PayPal is showing me big move to the downside is coming. Earnings growth, earnings per share is up but falling. I'm not feeling PayPal. You agree, yes or no?
No, not right now, no.
All right.
Yeah, look at that. 2 big down days. One, yeah, I'm not liking those candlesticks.
How about Verizon? I'm going to say if you own it, Leave it alone. It is making a bearish harami today. That could be a possibility of taking profits off the table. Earnings per share is falling. Earnings growth is flat. Sales growth is rising. But you know me, I don't want to buy in on a down day. You agree or don't?
No, I agree. I'd hold out.
Okay.
I'm going to go not right now. I like that chart, though. Yeah, I'd put it in a shopping list, but I'm not pulling the trigger today.
I agree with that. PayPal just signed a 10-year deal with the WWE. Okay, that's fine. You want to take that right now, though? I do like the move. Do you want to take that right now, Mel? That's all I got to say about PayPal, Charlene. You ready to? I need, put on the 6-month graph. That's a solid level of, between here and here. I'll take that one off. That's a solid level of resistance. Broke through, no follow through. Follow through, no follow through. So I wouldn't want to take that yet.
And Jazz, you got to remember, PayPal is the parent company of Venmo. So even though PayPal might be outdated by most people, Venmo is still well in the game.
Okay. Verizon. Wow, look at that. I don't even know if I call that a dark cloud cover. It's a big down day. And gaps like to be filled.
And we got a gap just a couple days ago.
Yep. Gaps like to be filled. I'd be willing to take profit right now if I own it. All right. I would be willing to take profits on it right now if I own it. ARC Bs. Evidently this is new. Oh, is this their crypto? Do you know?
ARC 21, ARC B. That's probably ARC Bit. Yeah, Bitcoin.
There it is, the brand new access to Bitcoin. $40.
Let me, I'm pulling it up right now. ARC
Okay.
B. Yeah, it's 21 shares Bitcoin ETF. That looks like it's it.
I'm not touching that. I'm MC Hammer. I can't touch this. So, yeah, I'm not touching that. I'm a no-go on that, Corey. Not right now.
Yeah, Corey, PayPal does own Venmo. And for those that don't know, Block owns Cash App.
Does it really?
Yeah, they're both in the list tonight.
Well,
it's a great video.
You done gave the video away. You done gave the whole video away.
Well, you're gonna miss out on a lot of good information. I mean, you got a couple good stocks, but hey,
Palantir is the stock that's near and dear to me. Low dollar stock where rising earnings growth, rising sales growth.
Is that your new X-Row?
No, I'm not even looking at. But I'm not. It's not hot. It's not hot. I'm not touching it. Look at that shooting star, right at resistance, pulling down. Nope.
That shooting star and the gap fill. Yeah. No.
Shark, nice move off support. 3,820 all in play. You know what I'd look for? If we can get above this level of 30.23, I might consider it. Agree,
what is turtle
disagree?
Cap short?
Huh?
What is turtle cap short?
I don't know. It's a short. I don't know. I'm just looking at the stock. I don't know anything about this. I haven't. I don't like it yet. And one last one. DRV. That's Ravi. I know that's Ravi. It's always Ravi.
There we go. Shorting real estate. Okay. You see it's on the move?
You know what I do like? This.
Nice uptrend.
I do like that.
You can just use that trend line as your stop, because once that gets broken, probably the party will be over.
All right. Do you want to take it?
Do we want to take it?
Yeah.
Let's take it.
All right. DRV.
With a 10% stop. What's it trading at right now?
It's trading at 39.72.
So 10% would be 36. Yeah, I think that'll cover that trend line.
All right. Look at that, Ravi. DRV. Get the price.
We got an interesting list of stocks today.
I agree. I totally agree. 1,000. And the cool thing is I got $50,000 in this portfolio, which gives me at 1,000, we can put up to 50 stocks in here.
So now we got to cut 15 minutes out of the news stories so we can put more time into this.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What do you guys think that's a good idea? That we should focus more on this and cut our news, a little shorter? Just put 1 for a yes, 2 for a no for that.
1 for a yes. I like that idea. I liked putting together a portfolio of stocks that we can look at, determine whether hot or not. You can get into our minds of what we're looking for in it and go from there. Lee says, keep the news. Oh, we're going to keep the news. But what we'll do is we'll make the show longer. Joey won't like us for that. Joey won't like us for that. We're still going to keep the news, and we're still going to bring stocks to the table.
Mark, you don't need a margin account for a ETF short.
No, you don't.
You would only need a margin account for an actual short.
And the thing is, if we want to sell stock short, we can do it in this portfolio. No, John, we are not buying XROF today.
Might as well just go ahead and throw an XRO in the list.
Mark says, leave the news for Trending Thursday. The news is going to be on Trending Thursday, but even if we bring a couple of stocks to the table that we think that we really, really like, we'll do that. But I do like the
we could have gone through a little quicker, but with the internet issues, that definitely slowed us down.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to put this into play. We will only turn this off when we're doing stocks on AMA. So I'm going to, and for us, it'll take out a stock once it reaches a 30% gain or a 10% loss. All right. And done deal. Now, I don't have to watch this all week. It's going to be automated for us. All right. I'm done.
It's been a long day. It's been a doozy.
I'm hungry. I like a longer show. I hear you, U12. I would love to do a longer show. Joey, I'm surprised is not in my chat talking about, hurry up. I gotta go. I got the tea time. Man, you guys.
Well, it's raining today. Does that. He got nothing to do.
He does that. Don't start, Jazz. Jazz says type 1 for them to make the longer show.
Oh, God.
Joey can see this. Glenn sounds tired. You need to stay up for the Tesla earnings. I don't know. Sit close to the mic. Oh, all right. I do like Rolls-Royce.
I'm surprised you didn't do live coverage for Tesla.
Huh? You want to do it? You're going to do a live coverage for Tesla?
No, I'm surprised you didn't.
No, because I didn't want to.
I'll do a live stream for AMD, though.
There you go.
You guys like that? If I get if we get 100 likes, because I know a lot of you care about them semiconductors.
We're going to get 100 likes. Set the number higher.
What's that? You know what? How many people are here? 154? 130 likes.
There you go. Set the number
130 likes. Hit it. I don't care if it's in the morning, in the evening, at midnight. I'll do the live stream. I'll cover AMD. And I love that stock, so I'll give you some good information.
And it's got to be 130 likes before we leave. And we're getting ready to leave.
We're getting ready to leave.
It's got to be 130 likes before we leave.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead and put that in, and that way I give you some good information on them semiconductors.
Hey, anything else you want to talk about real quick before we leave? Anything else on your heart, on your mind?
Other than, Glenn, you're my favorite person? No.
You just lied. Why are you going to lie? You got babies. You got.
How about that? You're my favorite person that's next to me in this office.
I'm the only I'm actually, Jim Penna is right next to you on the other side. I don't know. All right. Joey's my favorite person after about 75 other people. Joey then becomes my favorite person. AMD 2-1 at 415.
Audio. It's out for the count now.
There you go. All right. Show us selected stocks portfolio, Ramon. Once this is on the channel, you can go back, pause it, and you'll be able to see. Right now, we've got 6 stocks. We've got 6 stocks in there.
February 1st. It's next week, AMD. Woo.
There you go. At 4:15. All right.
Next Thursday.
We need 40 more likes. Listen, I told you it's before we leave, we need 130 likes. All right. If we don't get it, Ryan's not doing it. How about that? All right, and
We'll give
if you don't
we'll give you
care,
about
that's
another
fine.
30 seconds. But let's go ahead and get
That's
ready
up to you. That's up to
sign out
you.
this thing.
U12 says 2-hour show it is. You know, we could do a 2-hour show. Joey won't like it. Joey won't like it. All right. So, we got to go. Who signed off last week?
You did.
All right, Ben, you get to sign off this week,
did,
bro.
I think. Didn't we try to get Joey to do that?
Joey didn't. Joey's so can't do that either. Nah. That's Joey. If y'all think that that's not what Joey sounds like, that's what Joey sounds like. All right, sign off, brother.
All right, let's do this. We got a green light in the color guard, so we got a pretty mildly bullish statement there. Tech, we'll see what happens with Tesla. Like you heard our strategies. Seems like most people are a little bearish on that position, so just keep that in mind. So you might see some volatility. Doesn't mean give up on tech in general. Other than that, stay prosperous. Stay making money. Love you guys. Love VV Nation. We'll see you next week.
See ya.